Suns and the Lakers. It is a 2-7 series, but it doesn't feel like a 2-7 series. And the Suns got game one behind Ayton and Booker. Were you surprised by the Suns?
I am not surprised. I got two words for you, young man. Player development. I've been telling you about this all year with Monty Williams and that coaching staff. Was that Devin Booker's first playoff game?
Yes.
Was that Ayton's first playoff game?
Didn't look like it, but yes.
Look like it,
no, it did not at all.
Chris Paul was dealing with a shoulder injury. That may clearly be a factor as this series progresses. But this is all about Devin Booker. He scored the most points in the NBA before playing in the playoffs. Now he got a chance to play in the playoffs, and he shined. And what about Ayton? Did you see the big fella change it into the floor?
10 for 11 from the floor.
Did you see him grab
10 for 11.
Did you see him outplaying Anthony Davis?
Yes, I did,
because
Mr. Rose.
That's what happened. And by the way, Booker did it in all phases. You see it on the post. You see it in transition. You see it from three. You see it mid-range. You know he's fourth in the league in mid-range shot. You know I know
you love that. And Jalen, as much as I love celebrating the Suns, the story of this game was Anthony Davis and his performance. Here's what the Brow had to say about it.
There's no way we're winning a game, let alone a series, with me playing the way I play. So, I mean, this was on me. I take full responsibility for sure.
First of all, why is he in his PJs, Jalen? Was he in his PJs because he was sleeping all game?
I love you so much. That's exactly what I was thinking. I swear to God. This is why we have the greatest chemistry in the history of this industry. Because let me tell you something. Anthony Davis looks like me at night at home at the podium. That's how I am at the crib. Sometimes you ask me, do I put all of my jewelry on? Sometimes I just do that. I'm gonna have to go IG Live and show y'all. And you know what? That's how he played. And I was watching the game. We had the game. You know the thing I was saying?
What?
Hey, AD, you know that color area on the floor called the paint? It'd be awesome if you go near it.
Yeah.
It was like it was an electronic fence surrounding the paint. He didn't go near the paint.
No.
But there are two things that's gonna happen. The Lakers will find a way to come back and win the series, especially with Chris Paul being hot. They're gonna come back.
He didn't look like him.
Don't panic. The Lakers will win the series. But this is my point of making the journey tougher. Your margin for error is slight, and the Lakers have to play AD at the 5. I know he told y'all he don't like playing the 5.
I don't know why he did that.
I know he don't want to take the pounds.
He's 7 feet tall,
I know
dog.
he don't want to get the fouls. I get it. But they got to put out Drummond. They have to play Gasol because that's what Anthony wants them to do. However, if they're going to maximize their offensive potential, you see that distorted spacing right there? That's LeBron James trying to drive the basketball to the hole. You saw Andre Drummond on the baseline. Therefore, his man becomes a health defender.
Yep.
That's just what was happening. And the Phoenix Suns did a terrific job of playing boxes and elbows defensively, forcing Lakers into contested shots. The Lakers were not making their threes. It was a terrific game plan and execution by the number 2 seeded Phoenix Suns.
It was a great job by Phoenix. And I predict a huge game from Anthony Davis in game 2. But before we get to that, we have to talk about the only series that matters. The New York Knickerbockers as the 4 seed with the Garden packed. You know what, Jalen? They got a huge win yesterday. Huge win. No, they didn't win the game, but when your best player plays his worst game and it comes down to that final shot from Trae Young, that's a moral victory for the New York Knicks. Great job by the Knicks. Good job, Knicks. Good job, Knicks.
See, here comes the integrity in my job, because when the words come out of my mouth, people are going to be like, oh, you're hating on the Knicks. Like Scott Perry isn't my brother. Like I didn't give William Wesley the name worldwide. Like I actually didn't play for the Knicks. Like we're not doing this show in New York. But here's what I did do.
What?
Pick the Hawks to win this series.
That's fine. You can be wrong. You've been wrong before.
Trae Young is out there cold. He's cold outside.
Julius Randle played his worst game of the season, and it came down to a miraculous floater and a huge Bogdanovich 3 for them to win. I'm not worried as a Knicks fan. I'm not worried.
Can I tell you one of the 1 million things Trae Young and I have in common? We can't cut our hair because it's thinning up top. You know what I'm saying? And so therefore, he's shooting runners, he's shooting floaters, he's shooting from 3. And the thing about it is, what did his first playoff game?
Yes, that was his first.
And did he have over 30?
Yes.
Did he have 10 dimes?
Yes, he did.
Okay, was Spike Lee there?
Yes, Spike was
there. Okay, so he put on a show.
He did.
And that's the reason why I picked them to win, because Julius Randle was outstanding this year. And by the way, I got to say something about R.J. Barrett's dunk. Julius Randle was outstanding this year, but like I told you, Nate McMillan, a defensive wizard, is not going to allow Julius Randle, who led the league in isolation, to go one-on-one. And R.J. Barrett, my fellow lefty, big shout. That was a big dunk.
That was a great dunk.
You said the Knicks won, right?
Knicks won.
All
Big
of
win.
the Knicks fans, that was John Starks. That was over Horace
Might
Grant.
not get the game, but got the highlight.
They
in
put,
New York fashion.
New Yorkers even put MJ in the poster. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just on Horace Grant. It was on MJ too. And here's the thing. I'm a lefty, and I say this with respect as a former player. R.J. Barrett and I don't have hops.
No.
Right?
No. Got long arms.
So it actually has to happen perfect. And right there, that was, dog, you know this Jacoby.
Bogdanovich sort of contested, but like not
Bogdanovich
really.
was in it, but he didn't go after him. He didn't give him no body.
No foul.
He didn't get above the rim.
No.
He didn't foul him, and it just looked excellent. It looked excellent, right? But when it was all said and done,
I didn't like the end of the game. I didn't like the end of the game. I did not like Trae Young talking to the Garden crowd.
Why?
I did not like him with the finger to the mouth.
Why,
you know
New
what?
Yorker? Why die easy, New York Knicks fan?
You know why I didn't like it?
Why?
Because I was mad at him. Because he hit that floater. And Nerlens Noel should have been in the game. And you can't put Frank Ntilikina in there for no reason at the end of the game. I watched him with his headband on. I'm like, who is that with the headband? Why are you putting Frank Ntilikina in for one possession? When he didn't play the entire game, he's probably surprised when coach went to him and told him to go in the game.
And Tibbs is an OG. That's when keeping the analytics goes wrong.
He made a mistake.
I promise you. I'm telling you what happens. We have one crucial stop. Let me find the guy by the numbers.
Probably has his warm-ups on.
The best defender.
Yeah.
There was somebody on the bench. I promise you. I promise you, somebody that didn't play in the league, that just crunches numbers for a living. It's like, you got to get Frankie Smokes out there right now.
No, that was a bad
He'll
call.
get one stop. It don't matter if he's stiff. It don't matter if he didn't play. Trae Young was like, oh, okay, you new to the game? Okay, cool, take this.
Floaty.